Hey Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. We're going to go ahead and tap into these energies for the upcoming year 2026. We'll be checking out what is in store for you. We're going to start things off with the Whispers of Healing Oracle cards to get an overall vibe for your year ahead. Then we'll transition into a 12 card tarot spread where we'll take a deep dive into what you can look forward to month by month in 2026. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Spirit, thank you so much for connecting me with my Pisces collective. Please allow me to channel these messages with ease, grace, accuracy, and precision so that I can provide the Pisces collective with the insight, clarity, and guidance that they are seeking to help them navigate 2026 with the most ease, with the most clarity, and the most alignment with their highest selves and their highest destined path. Spirit, we do thank you so much for your guidance, your insight, the clarity you bring. We thank you for your healing, your protection, and your love. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right, so we have self-love coming through, Pisces, as your overall energy for 2026. So there is going to be a big emphasis on you, okay? Making sure your needs are taken care of. Pisces can be very sacrificial. You guys can kind of veer towards martyrdom, where, you know, you're always kind of putting yourself on the line, putting your needs to the back burner, prioritizing everybody else. But this is going to be a year where you are number one, okay? You are your top priority in 2026, all right? So I love to see that for you. For some of you, we have 16. That could be significant. Maybe you were born on the 16th. 1 plus 6 is 7. So July could be a really significant month for you in the year ahead. But this is going to be a really important time, Pisces, for you to nurture yourself in the ways that you nurture others, in the way that you give to others. You need to start giving to yourself, okay? For some of you, this might at certain points be a little bit more of an isolating energy. Even the number 7 in numerology can be one of self-reflection, introspection. So there might be times throughout 2026 where you do find yourself kind of withdrawing from the rest of the world, to really just kind of focus a little bit more inwards, all right? But it's definitely what is needed. It is a universal 1 year as well. Keep in mind, we're wrapping up a 9-year cycle this year, moving into a completely new 9-year cycle starting next year with the 1 universal year. So it very much is all about you, Pisces. I'm looking at the 2 animals here in this card. I think that's a stag. Like, I don't know, that's like a male deer or something like that. And then I don't know what kind of fish this is. I don't think it's a blowfish. Then I like heard angelfish. So let's see what the symbolism is between these 2 animals. Okay, so yeah, that is the stag, which is an adult male deer, representing strength, virility, leadership, and royalty. Okay, it represents fortitude, transformation, and a connection between the worlds. Also, you know, this is indicative of nature's cycle, shedding and regrowing antlers. Is something that the stag does here. So yeah, we got some interesting messages there for the stag. It is a very masculine energy, and when we're talking about the number 1 too, that would be considered more of a masculine essence behind that number. So some of you could be, okay, sorry about that, but yes, as I was saying, there's a very masculine essence behind the energy of the number 1. Okay, so some of you could be embracing that healthy masculinity. So I did a little more research to figure out what fish this is. It's not an angelfish. It is actually a lionfish, okay? Which is it's symbolic of strength, courage, beauty, and danger, representing hidden power, resilience, and adaptability, often tied to their venomous spine. So that's what those are on top. And striking appearance, which act as a warning. Okay. Very interesting. So strength and courage, beauty and danger, resilience and adaptability, warning and protection. All right, so these might be important themes that are coming up for you. I also see that the lionfish symbolism is encouraging you to let out negative emotions and free yourself of pain, which, you know, the way she's kind of crouched over in her body, it does look like she's kind of in pain. You know, maybe feeling some sorrow, a feeling of hopelessness, defeat, you know, whatever. But this is a time where she is releasing that. You know, sometimes Pisces, we can get stuck, and I say that as we, because I have a Pisces moon, we can get stuck in victim mode. And this is something that you're being encouraged to break free of, especially with like all this masculine energy wanting to come through for you this year. Okay. You're a lot stronger than you think you are. You're nobody's victim. You're not weak. You're not fragile. So it's really time for you to lean into your power here this upcoming year. All right. So this must be the year of Pisces coming into their personal power. I really love that for you. So we're going to break this energy down a little bit more, looking into the 12-month tarot forecast here. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards up. If I didn't say, that was the Whispers of Healing Oracle deck that I pulled your overall energy from. Now we're going to be transitioning into the Light Seers Tarot for your 12-month spread. Stay tuned with me throughout the reading. I know these are long. It's okay to pause and come back, take your notes and all that good stuff. But I am going to be pulling a charm for you at the end of this reading, okay? So let's see what's going on for my Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements for 2026. They're saying this is it. So let's see. I like what we're starting with. It looks like I'll be able to zoom in a little more. I'll be able to do a little bit more. Okay. Let's see. Yes, there's that masculine energy coming through. Very masculine. We got 2 kings on the table so far, even the Magician. Okay, we got a Queen coming through. Okay, nice. Very nice, Pisces. Like, I only see like one challenging card for you this year. So, and it's not even like super challenging. I might get a clarifier on it for you. We'll see what that's about when we get there. But let's go ahead and dive into it. Starting off with January, you're coming through as, oh, actually, I want to start off with what's underneath the deck. So let me rewind real quick. Let's see what's underneath the deck. Okay, I'm like, maybe I spoke a little too soon. It's all right though. We have the 5 of Swords underneath the deck. Okay, so this can be a little bit of confusion, some conflict. Be mindful of people that play mind games with you. I will say that much. Okay, Pisces, some people might feel like they can sometimes like manipulate you because you are so compassionate and loving and sacrificial and everything. Some people might take your kindness for weakness. So it's really important that you see through the illusions. I think that's going to get a lot more clear for you as Neptune and Saturn move out of your sign and move into Aries, okay? So I do feel like this is something that's kind of wrapping up for you, especially after this long ass Neptune in Pisces transit, which, you know, may have been exacerbated for you these last few years with Saturn in Pisces as well. You know, the illusions, the deception, the manipulation, you know, you falling into patterns of martyrdom, victimization, all that stuff. Like, I do feel like that's going to be clearing out for you this year, okay? And sometimes the best W or win that you can take is by simply removing yourself from a dynamic where any of that is involved. You know, sometimes it's best to just save your energy instead of going tit for tat with someone. It's like, man, fuck this. I don't need this. I'm just going to go focus on myself, pour into myself. Remember, you have that self-love energy coming through. I usually don't like to leave it on a five of swords. So I do like the six of swords, you know, coming through as well. So you're definitely, there's a progression. We go from the five of swords to the six of swords. You're moving on. This is very much what I was just talking about. You know, sometimes the best W you can take is just removing your energy, removing access. You know, so people can't play with you anymore. Some of you could literally be moving this year. That could be significant for you, or doing some sort of traveling that is going to be really good for you. Okay, so, okay, because I'm like, I kind of wanted to get something lighter. Both of these cards are a little gloomy. So you are moving on towards real relationships, okay? So wherever you've been experiencing a lot of conflict and confusion in relationships, that is a pattern that is wrapping up. And I do feel like you're going to be moving into connections that are more transparent, more honest, more trustworthy. There's just like a real like soul connection, heart and soul connection here that you're going to be having, whether it's romantic, whether it's platonic, you know, this could be any kind of relationship, but you are going to come into union with a soulmate, or, you know, multiple soulmates here throughout the year. So I definitely wanted to kind of end on a more positive note, because those cards were a little gloomy there. All right, but like I said, overall spread is looking really good. Let's start off with January. We do have the Magician. So for some of you, you're in your power. That number one I was just telling you about, that masculine essence, the universal 1 year. So you're ready to start off 2026 focusing on you, your power, your ability to manifest the life that you deserve, Pisces. In some cases, for many of you, it's manifesting the relationships you deserve. It's going to take a major turn for you this year, and I'm really excited. Look, y'all. Oh my God, I have absolutely hated every minute of this Saturn in Pisces transit, because it's been in conjunct to my moon in Pisces. So it's been rather like a downer, to be completely honest. But I'm excited just for the shift in energies. I could feel the shift a little earlier this year when Saturn briefly moved into Aries. Things just felt lighter. So, you know, if you've been there with me, kind of struggling through these transits, things are going to start shifting for you in some really major ways. Like I said, even in this spread, technically this one card that I'm kind of raising an eyebrow to isn't even a bad card. So you've got some really nice energies that you're working with this year. Some of you could be doing some type of manifestation work. This is a really good time to do some sort of like road opener, to kind of clear the way for your year ahead. All right. Whatever kind of manifestation, you know, techniques that you are into. Some of you could be scripting. Some of you could be doing some sort of like creative visualization. You could be quantum leaping, like whatever it is here, okay? Is definitely going to open up doors for you. There could be literally a new door opening up for you during January, a new opportunity that you're going to be stepping into. For many of you, this is a completely new life that you are entering into. Let me see. Let me check my astrology transits here. Because I don't know if it's Pisces or Saturn that's moving into Aries in January or Neptune. I'm going to check for you. Because, yeah, this is definitely what's like triggering this whole new life. Wait, is this the right? Yeah, this is the right one. Okay. Okay, so Saturn is moving into Aries in February. Okay, yeah, Neptune is moving into Aries on January the 26th. And Neptune is your ruling planet as well, okay? So yeah, I think that's that big reset for you is Neptune entering into Aries, which this isn't the Aries card, but Neptune is the first of the zodiac, and we do have that number 1 coming through there. So I do feel like there's some significance there for you. All right. So I love that this is a powerful start to the new year for you, Pisces. Let's move on to February. We have the King of Wands. This is that kind of energy. It's definitely giving Neptune in Aries. It's also giving Saturn in Aries. So that's going to be taking place on February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. We have Saturn moving into Aries. All right. So you're going to be feeling just like a lot less heavy. Okay. If you feel like you've been like kind of drudging through like quicksand or something, the energy is just going to start lightening up for you. Your load is just going to start lightening up for you the further along that you move into the year. Okay. In February, you're feeling sexy, you're feeling confident, you're feeling bold, like you're feeling ambitious, on top of your game. You know, if you've been struggling at all with your confidence or something like that, baby, you will not be struggling in February. Okay. Now, some of you, because you are a water sign, you could be connecting to a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. These could be placements in your chart, although this could be someone external that you are connecting with, and they fine, okay? So this could be someone that is a business owner. They could be a boss in some capacity, someone that is typically very well traveled. They're self-assured, just a really dynamic personality that you enjoy being around. And there can be a whole lot of passion between you and this person. All right. So I really love that. And oh, didn't I say we had the lionfish and we literally have this lion? So yes, that lionfish energy could be really potent here for you during February. I love that. Okay. Yeah, if you've got a business, if you do anything creative, like you're going to feel like you're on top of your game. You're going to be getting a lot of attention and recognition for whatever it is that you do, and you're going to be looking damn good while you do it. All right. Moving on next to what I consider to be your most challenging card this year. And to be honest, it's not even a super challenging card. In March, we do have the 9 of Wands. So this is ultimately a very empowering energy, okay? This is someone that has gone through the ringer. They've been through some shit in life, right? But they have persevered. They have pushed through just all of the difficulties, all of the challenges, all of the obstacles, all of the heartbreaks, you know, the conflict, the opposition, anything that could come up against you, it has come up against you. Okay, but you are just 10 times stronger because of everything that you've gone through. Now, the 9 of Wands can also be an energy of boundaries. and you getting more firm, more clear about what your boundaries are, what you're going to accept, what you're not going to accept. You're drawing the line between, you and others. That's your emotions over there. These are my emotions over here. Okay, so I don't know if some of you have maybe dealt with people like projecting a lot onto you. You're not going to be dealing with that shit anymore. That could be where that Five of Swords confusion came in a lot, where people were almost trying to make you accountable for their own emotions and their own stuff that they kind of needed to work out. So you're not doing that shit anymore. You're like, yeah, bitch, please. So setting those boundaries, I do love to see that for you. I'm going to get a clarifier on this. Like I said, if any card is challenging for you, it would be this one, but it's actually a really empowering energy that you're standing in. Standing on business, for real. Let's get a clarifier, Spirit, for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, this Nine of Wands for my Pisces. Yeah, Eight of Cups. Walking away from the BS, the shit that just doesn't fulfill you anymore. And I like this Eight of Cups too, because you're not necessarily like just completely burning a bridge, but you are creating some separation and you're ultimately walking towards the sun, right? And the things that make you feel good, the things that bring you joy, happiness, creative fulfillment, that's what you're moving towards. This Two of Cups is following you. Oh my God. You're moving towards a relationship or just relationship dynamics that are just so beautiful, Pisces. Like if you have been struggling in this area, whether it be with friends, whether it be with romantic partners, family members, people you've collaborated with, like, oh my God, it's going to just get so beautiful for you here as we shift into March. There could be a significant person that's kind of coming into focus here with this Two of Cups. But like I said, it could just be a complete shift in relationship dynamics for you, where maybe you're kind of wrapping up a lot of karmic connections and entering into more of those dharmic soulmate vibe. I mean, because a karmic can kind of be a soulmate too. But I do feel like this is going to be more of like the dharmic, like even here you can see like the sun off in the distance. So these are going to be connections that just bring you so much more joy, so much more life. You're going to feel like really creative around these people. That's how you're going to be able to tell that these are good people to be around, because you might have been going through like a creative rut when you're around people that have been draining on your energy. But you're going to notice that, wow, I'm feeling way more creative. And it's because you're around the right people. I love the rainbow colors here, which is a symbolic of hope, right? I heard of a promise that God, Spirit, the universe, whatever it is you believe in, your higher self has made with you. Come on, Pisces. I love that. Moving into April, we have the Fool. Yes, you're letting go of the past, letting go of the heaviness, the bullshit, the things that have been weighing you down, and you are feeling so much lighter. She's got this yellow on. Like I was saying, you were walking towards the sun there in March. This is kind of that shift, March, April, into Aries season, where we feel that sense of newness actually, manifesting in our lives. So you can definitely be feeling that here during April. That's a really beautiful energy for you, Pisces. There could be something brand new that you're starting here, okay? A brand new job, a brand new creative project. For some of you, I did see travel somewhere. So this could be a time where you're traveling. You might be moving, signing a lease, or, moving into your new home or something like that. You yourself, you could just feel like you're having a big reset here, a rebirth of some sort. And it's really beautiful, Pisces. I'm seeing this flower of life is standing out to me, as well as amethyst. So, this could be something to work with, sacred geometry, as far as crystal healing, working with amethyst could be good for you. And I'm even seeing like wearing the color yellow too. Can really uplift your spirits. And I'm getting like attract good things, like attract good luck and fortune to you as well. Okay. I'm looking at both of these, the magician and this full energy. I'm seeing portals in both of them. So many of you, you're like quantum leaping, like at least twice this year. Okay. You're having some major quantum shifts in your life. So I love that. Look, that might be, let me go ahead and save that title for your reading. This is the year of the quantum leap for Pisces. Here, let me save that real quick. Y'all, give me a second. The year of the quantum leap. Okay. Loving it. I love the Fool too, because the Fool does not give a fuck. Okay. And I am always here for that energy. People that just kind of march to the beat of their own drum. They're not worried about what other people think about them, their opinions, their criticisms, their this, their that. They're like, baby, I don't give a fuck. I'm out here living in my truth. I am liberated in my truth as well. I am free from the judgments of other people, and I am doing me, and I just really love that for you, Pisces. Let's move it on to May. We have the King of Cups. Okay, so this could be you, water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This could also be another energy that you're connecting with, but you're feeling emotionally grounded, secure. You're at peace. You're unbothered. But I like this card because it's not even a lot going on. It's not like waves crashing around this person. This is just like a perfect day at the ocean. The sea is calm and everything. You're just floating is something that I'm getting. So that could be how you're feeling, like on that emotional level. You're just floating, Pisces. And that's so beautiful. You have so much love that's emanating from his heart chakra, okay? So some of you could be working with that chakra as far as doing energy work, Reiki, sound healing, anything like that. That is a chakra that you do want to focus on here. All right. Look, this could be, like I said, someone that is in your life, a masculine energy, possibly a water sign that you're connecting to. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It can be, but this can also be, when I look at his gray hair, I think like this could be a father figure, grandfather, someone that, has unconditional love for you. Now, hey, I ain't out here judging the salt and pepper zaddies. Some of us are at that age where we with a salt and pepper zaddy. Okay, so that could be your boo too. That's coming through with this unconditional love. They have such a big heart. And not even just for you, just for like humanity in general. I heard animals. This person could really like animals. I don't know if they have pets. Like they might have an aquarium. They might have like fish or something like that. Or they really like to be by the ocean, by the sea. This person could have a boat, a sailboat. But yeah, this is someone that is just very chill when you're around them. They have very healing energy. It's just good vibes, okay? You could be traveling near the ocean at this time, and this can be something that is just, so therapeutic for you. Just relaxing, just get you in that zone where your heart is feeling more open. I love this. All right, let's see what's going on for June. We have the Knight of Pentacles, so slow and steady wins the race here. For some of you, I get you're really focusing on your health. You might be taking walks or going hiking. That could be really good, I think, for your blood circulation. It's good for your mood and all that stuff. It could be a good idea to get into some sort of earthing practice, where you're walking barefoot in the grass, all that stuff, to help you get grounded and, just feel more at ease, at peace. Some of y'all could be going horseback riding, okay? I usually don't really read the Knight of Pentacles so literally, but yeah, some of you might be fans of horses, so you might be kind of doing your thing there. I love horses, so I might have to put that on my to-do list at some point this year. But yeah, nonetheless, you're making steady progress when it comes towards your financial goals, health goals. Things are looking really good here. You might be connected to an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They could slowly but surely be moving your way, okay? I will say the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the tarot. They be taking a sweet ass time, okay? So I don't know if you've been just kind of being real patient with this person to kind of come around on their own time, but it does seem like they are, in fact, going to come around, all right? Maybe this person was connected to that Five of Swords for you. And like I was saying, the best thing that you could do in that situation is to just remove your energy. And maybe in you doing so, it's kind of, knocked a little sense into their head. And, this could be the time where you are being like reconnected with this individual. All right. So let's move on next to July. We have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so you're in a space where you're feeling the need to set some boundaries. You're kind of detaching a little bit more on that emotional level. It's funny because, we see you kind of coming through in a lot of masculine energy. The Queen of Swords would probably be one of the more masculine queens, okay? She don't take no shit, all right? And y'all might be in that space right now where you really ain't got time for nobody's BS, okay? She's quick to set a boundary. She's quick to, remove access when she thinks somebody is playing with her, okay? It's really easy for her to compartmentalize her feelings. So some of you might be needing to do that in July, which, during Cancer season can be a little more difficult to do. But, you have to protect your heart. I always tell people to do that. Not in a way where you're not open to love and connection, but in a way where you're not allowing yourself to constantly be disappointed by someone that may have proven time and time again to be a bit of a disappointment. A lot of this even just comes down to pattern recognition and, being honest about the pattern that you're seeing in somebody and just choosing not to engage with them because they're not showing you any different. They're not showing that they are ready to break that pattern, okay? Some of you could be connecting with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. During this time, I heard cold shoulder, okay? So this person could be giving you the cold shoulder. The Queen of Swords can be a bit icy sometimes. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with them, but hey, you'll be okay. Once again, anybody that gives you the cold shoulder, they're ultimately playing mind games with you. They're doing that whole silent treatment thing, which is actually very manipulative and can even be considered abusive in some cases. So I would be mindful if somebody's kind of playing that game with you, do not engage. Let them do them. Let them be in their dysfunction. Let them be in their toxicity. And you just focus on you and preserving your precious heart, and not getting dragged through the mud by this person, okay? And that might be something you're just having to recognize as far as, just having a clear perspective on what this person is, on how they operate, and you're just like, yeah, I'm not doing that with you, okay? Moving on to August. August, we have the Two of Wands, all right? Some of you travel, okay? You could be planning on traveling, doing some traveling here during this time of the year. But I love this energy for you because you're feeling really optimistic about the future, okay? Some of you could be making some plans. You might have a decision with that Two of Wands that you're needing to make as far as which direction you're going in, whether that's with those travel plans. For some of you, it can be regarding your business, okay? If you're an entrepreneur, this could also be regarding any kind of creative projects, passion projects that you're working on, where you could be deciding like what direction you want to go in. It's a good time for strategizing, for dreaming, when it comes to the vision that you have for yourself, for your future. So I really like this. I don't know if somebody has like really big windows in their house or something, or I could see you, especially if you work from home, you might find yourself like gazing out of the window quite a bit throughout your day. like, oh, kind of imagining like yourself being in a different place or something, especially if the work that you're doing is a little monotonous, maybe a little boring. You're just like, oh, I wish I was somewhere else, like on a island somewhere. Maybe that is actually something you could work towards, right? Sometimes we feel like these things are just fantasies or whatever, like, oh, it's just an escape in my mind. But maybe you are meant to actually live that life, and you just have to prepare and kind of take the steps that you need to take to make that your reality. So I don't know, some of you might want to like live on an island on, near the beach or something like that. And I'm here to tell you that is totally a possibility for you. It's just really how much effort you're willing to put towards that and making it happen. All right. Moving on to September. September, we have the Six of Wands. I love this. You are having some sort of success, victory, recognition. Some of you could be on a platform, on a stage. This could definitely be your social media platforms. But for some of you, you might be into performance arts. You could be an actor. You could be a dancer, a musician of some sort, where you're getting a chance to showcase your talents. And boy, is the crowd going to love you. Okay, they're gonna love your contribution. They're gonna love your creative expression. Like standing ovation is what I'm getting here. Some of you could even be winning an award of some sort, like, I don't know, it could be anything, like best performance, best album or some shit, whatever. um this could be like the critics having raving reviews about your performance in something, but it looks really positive. I love to see that for you. I like the positioning of her hands because she's just receiving it all, right, Pisces? And as I was saying earlier, just with your overall energy of self-love and certain patterns that you're breaking out of, you're always over giving, overextending. But this is your time to receive. This is your time to shine. This is your time where the attention is on you, okay? And you deserve that, right? You've earned it. You've worked hard for it. You've sacrificed for it. You've put yourself out there, all right? So definitely affirm your success. Go ahead and drop it in the comments. I am successful, okay? Because it is coming into fruition for you this year. I definitely love to see that. Moving on next to October. October, we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm getting a message because of the success that you have. Some people feel like they're entitled to your success. And with this Four of Pentacles, you're like, no, you're not. This is mine. You didn't work for this. You didn't sacrifice for this. You wasn't shooting with me in the gym. So yeah, I'm getting, there could be someone or multiple people around you that kind of got their hand out, okay? I don't know, with whatever the success is, that you might come into like more money or something like that. And people are definitely going to be like, Pisces, can I get this? Can I get this from you? No, actually, you can't. Okay. So yeah, this is very much another card of setting boundaries with people. Typically you would be someone that would probably, give away all your blessings essentially, to where there's nothing left for you. You are meant to sit on whatever this is, okay? For many of you, you're actually meant to save this money, all right? Especially if you do anything creative, you know how you get paid, like net 30, net 60, where you're not necessarily getting paychecks every 2 weeks, like as you would in a 9 to 5. So for some of you, this is actually something you really do need to sit on, because you might go through a little bit of a period of a lull where there's not money coming in, okay? So, sit on that, baby, right? Save that for a rainy day, because, you might need this a little later. So this is also a time where, yes, if you do come into some money, not really the best time to just be out spending and splurging and doing the most. Just pay your bills. If you got a little debt you need to pay off, maybe handle that. Make sure you got some money saved. But yeah, like I'm seeing for some of y'all, like you might have like $4,000 that you're saving. So it could be more that you're actually getting than that. I just heard 10K. So I don't know, maybe like you're catching up on some bills or something like that, paying off some debts, and then you have $4,000 that you're putting into the bank. Okay, so that's a blessing too, because a lot of people don't even have like that type of money in savings. I think like the average person, I don't know if it's 5,000, not 5,000, like $500 that like the average person has in savings. And I get it, it's hard out here. A lot of people are very much living paycheck to paycheck. So you do want to definitely keep the future in mind when it comes to whatever financial blessings you come into. All right. Moving on to November, we have the Knight of Cups. All right. So this is very much that Piscean energy, feeling romantic, feeling nostalgic, very creative time for you. Okay. So, like I was saying, for those of you that are into the performance arts or whatever, this is a really good time to get into your bag, to, write that song, to paint that picture. Um, you know, I don't know, audition for that TV show or something like that. Whatever it is that you're doing, this is a really beautiful time for you when it comes to your creativity. This is also an invitation to romanticize your life, okay? Like your day-to-day life. Some of you could be buying yourself flowers, maybe taking yourself out for like a nice picnic or something. Now, the Knight of Cups could be someone in your life that's romancing you, wanting to do something really nice for you, kind of coming through as the knight in shining armor. Okay. This person could have water placements in their chart: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, regardless of their zodiac sign. I just heard I want to make you feel special. Okay. And that's a great addition to have someone that makes you feel special. But Pisces, you need to know you are special, like to yourself. Okay. And the more you cultivate that energy internally, the more the world is going to start responding to you. And like, that Pisces is special. Okay. So there's definitely somebody in your life that could be reflecting that self-love that you have for you. They could be reflecting that back to you through the love that they have for you. Okay, very beautiful. Moving on to December, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so there is some sort of clarity you're coming through, maybe a breakthrough that you've kind of been stuck, like maybe mentally in some capacity. It's just something that you haven't really been able to figure out, but you figure it out here with the Ace of Swords. Sometimes this can be through a clarifying conversation where somebody actually comes forward to reveal some sort of truth to you. If you feel like things have been a little confusing with somebody, their intentions, their feelings for you, whatever the case may be, this can be a time where things are cleared up and you know where you stand with this person. All right. For others of you, this is like your crown chakra being activated with inspiration. Okay. New ideas that are coming forth for you. Whatever it is that you do creatively, this is going to be a time where you're really tapped in to like universal consciousness is what I'm getting. I heard brilliant. So there's some idea or inspiration that you're having that is brilliant around this time. Okay. Definitely run with whatever this is. This might be something that you kind of lay the foundation for a little more moving into 2027. I heard a callback. Okay. So somebody could be a model, an actress, actor, whatever. But yeah, you could be getting a call back here in December and getting ready to work on a project here moving into 2027. All right. Some of you could be like learning something, going back to school. That might be kind of where you're at with things as well, wanting to expand your knowledge on a particular topic. Yeah, so that looks really good too. So if you've made it this far in the reading, we're going to go ahead and transition into our charm reading For Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements, we're going to see what charm is coming through for you for your energy of 2026. Okay, so I'm just going to stir this up a little bit. See what's coming through for my Pisces babies. Very beautiful reading, though, that you have here, Pisces. It's a fish. This little fish is not playing with you. I know fish also represent abundance. They represent pregnancy, like if you're dreaming about fish. So yeah, like I even feel like that's just double, triple confirmation of that lionfish, because we kind of saw the lion here as well. So yeah, and you're the fish, literally, you're the Pisces, okay? So just keep on swimming. Pisces is also a message that's coming through for you here. You know, something about aquatic life, you know, being once again near the beach. I think some of you really want to live near the beach. So you might start making some, you know, plans towards shifting into an environment where you do get to be near the ocean a bit more, okay? But I really love this energy for you. This fish is just going to keep following you around here. But it's definitely looking like a really beautiful year, Pisces. So with that being said, if any of this resonated with you, if it got you excited, it's got you feeling optimistic about the new year, go ahead, hit that thumbs up button for me. Drop a comment below. You know, what are you looking forward to the most this upcoming year? Make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button. You know, I'm here to offer more readings, more guidance to help you navigate life. All right, Pisces. With that being said, I hope you have a beautiful holiday season, wrapping up this 2025 on a good note and entering into 2026, feeling really good about yourself. With that being said, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm sending you all so much love. Take care. Bye.